Hi.
Hello.
And welcome back.
Yes.
I'm Judy Green from Raw and Green Wellness Coaching.
And I'm Yuki Inoue from Ordinary Family Food and Life.
And together we are Digby
Busi
Busi Talk.
We're better.
We're getting better at that.
Yes.
Practice makes perfect, as they say.
Exactly. Yes. Same as anything else.
That's right. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what are the 4 key skills that you need to be an entrepreneur.
That's right. 4. Yes, 4. Can you figure out what those skills are?
Mm-hmm.
The first one, well, to do the business, you have to have product.
You have to have something to sell.
Mm-hmm. So the first skill is product development skill. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you develop the product?
How do you do?
Sometimes you don't make your own. You just pick and choose, right?
Mm-hmm. And you resell.
Yeah.
You can be a reseller, or you can be a manufacturer, or your product can not even be something tangible that somebody can physically take away, but it can be a service.
That's right. Yeah. Like a medical dealer, for example.
Mm-hmm.
They, I don't know how it works, but that you go under somebody's business, like a car dealer, for example.
Like a car dealer.
And then whoever you are under, I don't know what the term is, they...
The franchise,
basically.
Yes.
They give you all skills and the knowledge, I guess.
And the marketing around.
That's right.
And the product.
Like
and
a
everything.
manual.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to build everything from scratch. You just get the package and then you just use it
Exactly.
to run your business.
That's right.
Yeah,
and there are advantages to that for sure.
Oh, definitely. Shortcut.
Yeah, lots of shortcuts.
Yes.
But you do pay for it. There are franchise fees that you do
There's
paying.
no such free thing.
No. You get what you pay for.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's the first skill.
That's right. And with product development, before you even start to develop a product, you have to look at your target market and make sure that there's a need for it.
That's right.
Otherwise, you're just spinning your wheels.
And sometimes people say, well, but I don't have the skill. I don't have the knowledge. But you can start from something simple. Something you can do. And then as time goes, you develop your skills and then you get more training or it comes, I think,
It
by
comes,
doing. Yeah,
exactly.
so.
It comes by doing, and it's very iterative. Everything in entrepreneurship is iterative. You learn from the past iteration, you make adjustments, and you move forward again. Also, though, if you don't have the skills, because not everybody has all the skills needed, and you may have a skill and you just don't want to do it, which is okay too.
That's right. Yeah.
So you can always hire somebody in or subcontract.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So that's the first skill. And next skill is marketing, of course. Yeah.
And we have our very own marketing guru here.
I love marketing. But marketing is quite a broad term, in my opinion. And then quite often it's almost misunderstood that it's just an advertisement. Or they sometimes think that communication. Some people have the title communication
And marketing manager. That's right. Yeah. Kind of mushed together.
Right. So communication is a very important part, but it also blends into sales as well, because we always say business is a communication, and then build up the relationship with your potential customers and other people, like suppliers and then all associates. So communication is a very important skill. And it's not just you send your message. This is just a one way. But communication is also your listening and understanding other people.
Exactly. And listening is a very underrated skill. But you get so much more if you learn how to listen. And so often people will listen with the intent to respond rather than listening with the intent to understand.
Very, very, very good point. Yes. Yeah. Would you repeat again? Because it's so important.
Oh, yeah. Ensure that you're not listening to respond, but rather you're listening to understand.
Right. Listening to respond means when somebody says, oh, I know. Or, oh, I have an idea. I have a suggestion. This is listening to respond.
That's right.
But listening to understand is, what do you mean? Can you tell me more?
Exactly.
I really want to understand you.
That's right.
It's very important.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And why it's so important, especially for the marketing. Marketing is basically research. You say market research. That's because you want to know who you are trying to build a relationship, and then you offer something which they want or need. So without knowing what they are looking for or what is going to help their life, you can't offer something people want.
That's right.
Yes.
And without knowing what other businesses are out there offering similar solutions to your customer's problem, you could be trying to reinvent the wheel and offering something that somebody's already got the market cornered on, and that's not a smart business decision.
No. And then it's actually a very good point you brought in. When you do the research, you do your competitors' research. Why? Because yes, they're already offering some solution for those customers' problems, right, or frustration. But not everybody is completely happy with it.
That's right.
They have some, I wish it could be this way, or their services, or prices, or whatever.
Right.
That's the part you really want to listen, and then you assess, okay, how can I help that? Can I make it better, or can I make it provide the same solution, not same, the solution to solve the problem, not the product, that's the problem, in a different way.
That's right. Yeah. How can you differentiate from your competitors, and your marketing? Looking at their marketing is a good way of understanding what they're offering and who their target audience is. Yeah. So then you can compare and you can craft your business to be not directly head to head with them, but rather to be providing something that they're not.
That's right. Yeah, that's a very logical steps and a very effective step to build up your own business model.
Right. Yeah.
So that's marketing and sales. So number 3 skill is sales. Sales. You have to sell.
Yeah. To be successful in business, you actually do have to close sales.
Get the money. Then it's good.
That's right. Often a very uncomfortable topic. People have a really hard time asking for money.
I feel, more than 70-80% don't like sales.
Nope.
I don't.
Nope.
I don't think you do.
No, I don't either.
No. Nobody likes to sell. Yes.
No, I like to provide solutions and offer them at a reasonable price.
But you need to sell.
That's right.
So
that's right.
How does it work?
I do have to learn to ask.
That's right. Yes. Actually, when you say sales skill, it sounds like almost you're forcing or you're convincing people to buy. But not necessarily.
No, and that's not what you really want to be doing. There's the stereotype of the used car salesman. Don't do that.
Right. Yeah. So basic mind, I think, to develop a good sales skill is you understand your product and you're offering the solution for somebody who has a problem. So you're actually helping. And then in exchange with your contribution, they give you the money.
That's right.
It's
an exchange of energy. I always find that is a nice way of looking at it, that you have something that's of value to them, and money is just temporarily holding that exchange of energy for you, because then you will pass it on to someone else who has something of value to you.
And it goes around.
And it goes around and around, and then we have an economy.
That's right. So if you still have a problem, just think the other way. If somebody say, okay, let's say, I have my mug cup, okay, and then I happen to have an old tea. It's dirty. What am I going to do? And then here Judy came. Oh, I have a sink here. You can just wash it. I can do it for you. And then she does it. Then I think, thank you, Judy. What can I do for in return?
In return,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if it's a business format, and then I bring it to the business, and then they clean it, and they say thank you, and they pay.
That's right.
Yes. So sales skill is basically it goes back to marketing. You have to know what they are having problem about, and then you offer the solution to solve the problem to help the customer, and then naturally, they think it's the right way to pay, to give you money. But to make it more smooth, first you have to give them the information, right? nobody comes to the stranger and say, hey, I'll pay you.
No.
Right?
No, that does not happen
It doesn't
very often.
happen.
If it's happened to you, let me know
That's
how you
right.
did that.
You're very special.
Yes. You have special skills.
Yeah. Well, but the famous movie star or whoever, they are the type, people come and they want to pay to just to see you or just to come to some place. You don't have to do anything. You just have to be there. And then they want to pay for that.
That's right.
Why? Because you're already offering the value. Could be excitement.
That's right.
Or could be the
just wanting to be close to somebody famous.
That's right. Yeah. That feeling. Yes. That satisfaction.
Yeah, to feel included in that group.
Yeah. The experience. Yes.
Yeah, the experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to make it happen, first you have to offer. So if you don't have the same status as a movie star, start from some information. What you are doing, and then you are a nice person. I think most people, in business, they are very nice person.
Yeah,
they're not trying to steal. Right?
No,
they're not trying to steal.
No.
So you say, I'm safe.
Yeah.
I'm doing my business very honestly. And this is good for you. So that information you have to offer.
That's right.
That's the first step for the sales. And then you have to engage with people. So to engage, one effective technique is frequency. Yeah. So if you say hi and ignore it, don't be discouraged. You say hi again, and then you wear nice clothes. This is just an example, but in a many different format. So typical way is advertisement. Poster here, flyer here, email here, and when
you build up that recognition.
That's right.
And a lot of times that's happening behind the scenes, and you don't. You think there's crickets. So you're putting. This has been my experience. That putting ads in local papers and having flyers up and doing lots of events and speaking everywhere, anyone who'll listen to me, and getting all of that out. And it actually took a couple of years. We live in a rural area with a sparse population.
We're talking about Digby situation.
Yeah, we're talking about the Digby situation. And then it was about a couple of years, and people started saying, "Oh, you're Ron Green.
That's right.
Oh, I've seen you." But it took time. Yeah, it takes time, and it can be discouraging. But that is all part of that sales, and having people recognize you, learn to trust you, learn that you are trustworthy, and that building that relationship with your potential customers and supporters, because not everybody is going to be able to at any particular point in time, especially in rural Nova Scotia, where sometimes we're competing with dollars that need to go to food and housing.
And it's a very busy area.
And it is. So sometimes, you'll have supporters out there that deserve just as much of your time and that relationship building as the customers who actually come and pay you for your services. It is more about building relationships in rural areas than it is in typical one-off drop-in type of sales.
Yeah, we are just assuming you are trying to build up the business, not the one-shot, sale or market business, and then that's it. Right?
That's right.
So your consistency is very important, because if you are doing your business regularly or always, it gives them the feeling of safety. This person is stable.
That's right. They're not fly by night.
Right.
They're not come from away and then go back there. They are going to stick around, and that they care about the community.
Yes. So consistency is very important, I think, and then you have to continue doing what you're doing. Well, to begin with, yes, but it goes back to your mission and stuff.
It does.
Different.
We're trying to keep our scope into 20 minutes
here.
here.
So sales, yes. When we talked about speaking of sales skills, very important. You just keep doing it, and the repetition is very important. And then that part build up your sort of status or your existence or your what's the word?
Your presence in the market.
Presence. Thank you. Yeah. And then the last part is closing.
Yes. And that's the one that a lot of people struggle with, and I have to admit myself as well.
It is, but you don't have to push it. Buy.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable. That's not me.
Too much.
Yeah.
But you can suggest, well, if you are interested in, contact me, and not just contact me, but just make a little link. People just click it instead
People
of
like to click.
Right. Instead of
like to
copy and paste.
Yeah.
or people have to go, their own email, mailer, or text or something. Or people even, the worst thing is they have to find your contact information.
Yeah.
That makes it more difficult.
That's right. You need to be everywhere. You need to make it very easy for people to contact you.
Right.
And they often on websites and Facebook and all of social media, they'll have what's called a button that's a call to action.
That's right. That's the word, call to action.
Yeah.
We're talking about sales, but in each stages, you want to engage with people. So make their life easier. I often see like a poster or flyer talk about the event or something, but they don't have the contact information.
Yeah.
And they say, please reserve RSVP. So,
right. But who do you RSVP to if there's no contact information on the flyer? Yeah.
And that kind of things actually discourage people to go forward. So I believe you're working on a lot of promotional material and make sure everything is clear. Yeah. Who you are, where you're doing what, or depends on what you're advertising. But and then sometimes price.
Yes.
People want to know ahead of time because it's not an easy question to say, so how much is it?
No.
Some people have a bit of difficulty to say how much is it, right? So make their life easier.
Yep.
Depends on the product as well. So there's no one way that works for everybody. But
if you have something that's like a loss leader or something that is discounted or really, really good price, the price up front is fabulous.
That's right, yeah.
If you have something that really falls into the realm of a bit of an investment for them, which might be a little bit of a stretch, I found that it's always better to be not going on. I've seen some pages that go on ad nauseum. It's like, okay, I just want to know at this point.
That's right.
I've made my decision. Don't make it hard for me to act on it. But you do need to give them the value statement or the value proposition. So this is what you're getting. And if you were paying for this all separately, this is what the price would be.
That's right.
But I'm offering it to you right now in a bundled price for this amount.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And so I find it's helpful in those types of situations to really give another little bit of your value proposition there.
Going back to, we talk about listening. Yes, we talked about listening. So use your imagination. If you are the one who's looking for the information, looking for the product, is your advertisement, user friendly.
Right.
If you are the type, and then again, there are different type of people. Some people just want, I don't need all details, just give me the price. Or some people want to read through all details, right? You have to work with different type of people. But
and that comes back to knowing who your target audience is, right? Yeah.
But the key is most people are busy. So they don't want to read and read and read and read, and in the end, now what?
That's right.
So you have to make the point very clear, short and sweet. However, you also set up the options. If you want more information, go here, go there, or do this.
Right.
And so people can find the next step.
That's right. And on social media, you don't want people scrolling. People don't like to scroll. Make sure all of your information is on one page if at all possible.
Just the one tip I learned years ago, but it just it changed my perspective towards sales. That guy said, you have to try 10 times. Not just once or twice.
No.
If you want to introduce something, you have to try more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times, he says. So it is actually hard to approach somebody 10 times.
Yes.
But that's just the mindset.
That's right. They have to see what you're offering at least 10 times. Doesn't mean you have to be face-to-face with them 10 times, but they need to see your ad. They need to see, you might have had a write-up in the local newspaper. You might be working with a volunteer group and who's working on a similar thing. So they need to see you and what you're offering at least 10 times before they even consider purchasing.
And if, in case somebody shows some interest, it doesn't hurt to send a reminder. Oh, by the way, you mentioned that, and this is the more information, or right now it's on sale if you're interested in it. And then, it's most people don't take it too annoying. I don't think.
No, as long as it's not too often. there is software now with websites where if you have a shopping cart that is abandoned. So somebody has added things to their shopping cart, but then they've chosen not to go through with the sale, that this software will automatically, you know, in a day later or so, remind them that they have things in the shopping cart and ask them if they have any questions about them or if they need help completing the sale. So I think that that is fine. Repeat it all the time. I find that off-putting, so I don't tend to do that myself. There are some marketing gurus out there that tell you to hammer them with stuff. I find that off-putting. That's not relationship building. That's bullying, and in my opinion, that doesn't belong anywhere.
Again, it goes back to what kind of business you want.
Yes.
And what kind of branding you want to build up. And then I'm like you. I personally don't like people come back and then send the same thing again and again and again.
Yeah.
And then I would say completely no thank you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it defeats the purpose.
It's off-putting. Yeah.
And I want to deal with people who appreciate my information. So
and respect your time.
that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's so how often and how, there's no one right answer, but going back to the marketing skill as well, you know who you're talking to and use your imagination and do your best. Yeah, treat them like your best friend or somebody who you really appreciate and respect.
That's right. And if you are sending out newsletters, or you can even in your direct contact or messages back and forth to people, you can always have a line, you know, do you value this information? Are you receiving things too often? Are you receiving things not enough? So a little bit of a just have them do a little bit of a survey.
Yeah, it's a good idea, actually. People like to be asked for help.
They do.
So if,
they do.
You know,
yeah, and even preface it, you know, I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing the best I can for my customers.
Right.
Can you help me?
Yes. And then, you know, when you get the feedback,
Yeah.
there are lots of nice people say nice things about you, and it makes your day.
I
Really makes your day.
blush.
That's right. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I have to say, you know, my customers are wonderful. I always appreciate
mine as
them.
well.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not just blogging about them
No,
ourselves.
but it tells us that is telling us that we're doing something right.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
if we were getting angry, people coming back, or people, it's worst is that people, if they're not happy with you, they'll tell you, they tell their friends, they don't tell you. So I always encourage people that, you know, if you don't like something, please talk to me. Then I can fix it. You know, telling your friends doesn't help anything because I don't hear it and I don't fix it.
That's right. Yeah, it's actually very valuable if somebody come in and complain to you. It's
Absolutely
very valuable. So we have to appreciate. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. As much as none of us appreciate or really thrive on conflict, you know, it's good to have those checks and balances because sometimes we're doing things fast. We're trying to be reactive and get us everything in that we do in our 12 hours, 18-hour days. Solopreneur, and sometimes things slip by us, and so I know I for one, especially Facebook posts and that sort of thing, because me and autocorrect have issues sometimes. I really appreciate it. I have a couple of friends that are really quick to say, "Oh, spelling error," that really makes it sound not like what you wanted it to. So I can fix those really quickly. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. Yes, any feedback is really appreciated. Yes,
absolutely.
So in a way, we also, as an entrepreneur, we have to be humble, and then just when we make a mistake, that's a good step to become better.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So that's the sales. Maybe we should talk in a separate video. I'll talk about sales. But anyway, and then number 4, the fourth skill is management.
Yes.
She's a beauty manager. Anyways, management covers, again, it's a lot of things. You know, time and scheduling, budget.
Yep.
And customer communication.
Yes,
all management.
Absolutely. You have to be in charge of your marketing plan. You have to be looking big picture thinking. So looking at where you're going to be down the road in a year, 2 years, 5 years, and plan how you're going to get there. Look at what your strategic partnerships need to look like. Look at how the markets are changing, and if there's new services or offerings that you can bring on board. Are there ones that aren't selling well? then there's energy and effort being put into maintaining those. Perhaps it's time for those to come off the menu, as it were, right now. So there's a lot of I always say, like, you're working on your business or you're working in your business. Management is working on your business. And so it's almost like prairie dogs. Canada, we get lots of prairie dogs. So, and I love prairie dogs. They're just so adorable. I could watch them for hours, but they're very, very destructive in the lawn. So we'll leave that part away. We're talking about how cute they are. So prairie dogs will be down and busy and run, and then they'll pop their head up and they'll take a look around.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they're down and run. And that's what I see as an entrepreneur. A good entrepreneur can work in both those worlds.
Prairie
dog thinking. So you can look, you can be running and nose to the grindstone and work, but you know enough that you've got to get your head up and make sure you're still on course. Or what's changed in your environment? Do you need to adjust things? And then do that, and then heads down, and away you go again. So I see a lot of what I do going back and forth into those two realms. Very much that. And if you have staff, you need to be managing them as well, and that's leading them, which is different than being a boss. Leadership is critical. And you can also be a leader amongst your other entrepreneurs, other small business owners. You can get involved with your local board of trade. You can even just how we started, which was a few of us getting together and just sitting down and helping each other through talking through issues that we had. You can be a leader in many different ways, not just within your own business. So don't isolate yourself within a silo. You are within a community, and you need to draw strength from that, but also give back to that.
I think working together really works. I just give an example. These 4 skills, ideally we want all high skill for product development, marketing, sales, and management. But we're not perfect. So
none of us are.
Most people have some strengths and some weakness. And then again, sales is my personal opinion. Most people, the most weak part is sales. It's not easy thing. Well, psychologically to begin with, but it comes with experiences. And then right now I'm working with a lady in Halifax, and then some people might know, but I'm doing the workshop in Halifax, and it happened because of her. I was thinking, and many people asked about that, but to me, with my scale, it was quite a big challenge to just go there and then market and then advertise and do everything myself.
Halifax is about 2 hours away from us here in Digby. So what is the workshop that you're offering?
Oh, miso making.
Communication.
That's right. Thank you. Anyways, so I've been doing it in Digby for quite a few years. So as far as it's in Digby area, I can do it comfortably. But the Halifax is it's going to be overnight, and it involves a lot of time-sensitive preparation work. So I wasn't sure how it works. If I'm busy with that, somebody has to take care of other areas. So I needed a team. So the lady came in, and she was quite keen to learn. And then she said, "Oh, you should come to Halifax. You should do a workshop over there." So I said, "Okay, if you help me, I'll do it." And then how we start working together. And now, because I have the years of experiences of coordinating the workshop, and then I have built up my own resources in how to make it, how to teach, and what kind of glitches can happen, and how to handle the travels and stuff. So I do the management part, right? And then I ask her to do more partially product development, because she's now learning from me, so she can reproduce what I usually make, so we can double it, right? So she takes her part of the production, and I do my own, so that reduces my time and effort, right? And then labor, and then I can spend that time to double our customers, and then I can do more customer services and coordination. So this is a team effort, and then we do the sales, marketing and sales together. So again, you can double it, right? So that's the power of working with somebody else, and then you work or utilize your strengths and then you can help each other, and then develop your business more and more. Yeah.
Exactly. And you learn from each other as you're doing
yes.
that as well. You know, that's one of the things that I've found in doing, Yuki and I have been doing a 7-week E101, we call it, Entrepreneurialism 101 through Nova Scotia Works. And we just completed that last week, which was a ton of fun and really turned out well. We had some really, fabulous feedback. But what we're finding with that is that, and I totally lost my train of thought.
It happens. So we have to improvise.
Go on, there we go. This is us improvising.
But it was a very, very good experience for all of us.
It was. And in part of that, thank you. I caught it back again.
There you go.
One of the skills that we were teaching them was learning how to brand yourself, and that was using a character diamond. And I had looked at that some time ago and really struggled with it because it's hard for you to see how other people see you. So Yuki was fabulous, and I asked some other friends as well that really helped to flesh things out as to what my brand is as a person, because that was very hard for me on my own. So it is important that you reach out to the people that you interact with, your friends and family and colleagues.
Speaking of that, exercise. Yes, Judy, well, maybe you know Judy very well, right? She's very knowledgeable. She knows a lot of things. She's like an encyclopedia.
I'm a voracious reader.
But on the other end, she's very spontaneous. Yeah. So I put her here and tell Judy talk, and she can talk. So this is amazing. This is wonderful. So at the entrepreneurship classes, actually, I made the sort of rough outframe, and then we discussed, and then we revised, and then we came up to the common agreement. So, so we had a rough picture. And then when the class comes, there you go.
It very much the format that we use here, and it has worked phenomenally well. And because we're doing it in a coaching format, it's not lecture, it means that it leaves it open for lots of feedback from the entrepreneurs that we're working with, and they get specific coaching on their issues in their business.
Yeah, it's like a live performance.
It is. It is. And they also get to feed off of each other and inform each other, getting lots of decision making and suggestions, and people bringing in new tools, and it's phenomenal to see how everybody works together. And so our Digby Busi Talk is a group on Facebook, and if you're an entrepreneur in a rural area, I invite you to join. Come on board,
please.
Yes. And as we get more people in that group, we'll get more action happening. More sharing.
Yeah,
that's right. We encourage you to share about your business, challenges that you're having, and we will try to be as responsive as possible. And as we get more people, they'll be responding as well. So we'll build a team of people working together to make it a little bit easier to run a small business in rural Nova Scotia.
And you know this area, so do we. So we can share what we know, and we can come up with very innovative, creative ideas.
That's right.
Yes.
Together.
Yes. Together.
Excellent.
We have each other. Okay, I think that's pretty good time.
I think so. Yes. Well, thank you again for joining us. We've been a little bit late on this one. I was sick the last time we were to film, and I apologize for that. We will try to be a little more
healthy.
Yeah, a little more healthy, a lot more healthy, and a little bit more on time.
But yes, we will see you next time, I think.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, signing off from Digby.
That's right.